Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast, your go-to source for inside stories, cutting-edge research, and the latest updates in the world of dairy farming. In our 149th episode, as the nation gears up for the Super Bowl, we discover how dairy farmers juggle demanding farm duties with their passion for sports mills. So please grab a glass of milk, sit back, and let's get started with this episode.
Hey there, dairy enthusiasts and sports fans. Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast. I'm Douglas, and with me today is the wonderful Bella. We've got an exciting episode about how our dairy farmers are mastering the ultimate balancing act, running their farms while staying die-hard sports fans. And with the Super Bowl approaching, we couldn't think of a better time to dive into this fascinating world where milking parlors meet touchdown celebrations.
That's right, Douglas. While most people are just hitting the snooze button, our dairy farmers have already been up for hours, starting their day at 4:30 a.m. with the first milking session. Let me take our listeners through a day in the life of a modern dairy farmer, because it's truly remarkable how they've adapted to keep their passion for sports alive while maintaining their demanding schedules. Picture this. It's 4:30 a.m., still pitch dark outside. The morning dew is settling on the grass, and our farmers are already in their milking parlors. The first milking session of the day is underway, accompanied by the rhythmic hum of modern milking machines. These aren't your grandfather's dairy farms anymore. They're using cutting-edge technology that would make Silicon Valley jealous. Smart sensors track each cow's health and productivity. Automated feeding systems ensure precise nutrition, and sophisticated software manages everything from breeding schedules to milk production data. By 7 a.m., when most people are just starting their workday, our farmers have already completed their first round of milking, fed the herd, cleaned the barns, and are moving on to maintenance tasks. But here's where it gets interesting. Many of them are catching up on last night's game highlights on their phones while grabbing breakfast, or listening to sports radio during equipment maintenance.
You know what really fascinates me about this whole setup, Bella? The way these farmers are running their operations like professional sports teams. Let me break down some amazing innovations happening on modern dairy farms that are creating this perfect balance. First, we've got precision dairy farming. Imagine having a Fitbit for every cow in your herd. These smart collars track everything from movement patterns to rumination time, helping farmers spot health issues before they become problems. Some farms have even seen a 30% boost in efficiency thanks to these technologies. Then there's the automated milking systems, absolute game changers. Cows can literally milk themselves whenever they feel the need, with robotic arms that handle the entire process. This technology alone can save farmers up to 3 hours per day. That's 3 hours they can spend watching their favorite team or attending their kids' sports events. Let me tell you about Brian Fiscalini from Modesto, California. He's a fourth-generation dairy farmer who runs his 540-acre operation like a championship team. Brian's implemented a system where his farm's data is accessible through a smartphone app. He can check on his herd's health, milk production, and feeding schedules while sitting in the stands at his son's baseball games. That's what I call a home run for work-life balance. But it's not just about technology. It's about teamwork and strategic planning. These farmers have developed seasonal strategies that would impress any NFL coach. During spring calving season, they're organizing their schedules around March Madness. They've got early morning milking crews who cover for the basketball fans, and evening crews who take over for the early birds. It's like a perfectly executed play on the field.
The seasonal approach these farmers take is absolutely brilliant, and I'd love to dive deeper into how they make it work throughout the year. In spring, when new calves are arriving and March Madness is in full swing, farms operate like well-oiled machines. Family members and workers coordinate their schedules to ensure everyone gets to enjoy some basketball action while keeping the farm running smoothly. Summer brings baseball season, and you'll find farmers listening to games on their tractors while doing field work. Many have installed radio systems with excellent reception in their equipment, turning those long hours in the field into their personal sports broadcast booth. Some even organize their hay baling schedule around important game times. Fall is perhaps the most challenging season, with harvest coinciding with football season. But our resourceful farmers have figured this out too. They've mastered the art of Sunday afternoon game watching while keeping the farm running smoothly. Many farms now have TV setups in their break rooms or maintenance shops, allowing workers to catch game highlights during lunch breaks or maintenance tasks. Winter brings basketball season, and with slightly lighter workloads, farmers have more flexibility to catch live games. Some even organize community viewing parties in their heated barns during major tournaments, bringing together the farming and sports communities in unique ways.
Now, let me share some incredible success stories that show just how well this balancing act can work. Elle St. Pierre is a prime example. She's not just helping run her family's dairy farm, she's qualified for the Paris Olympics in the 5,000-meter race. She credits her farm upbringing for her athletic success, saying the discipline and work ethic she learned on the farm translated perfectly to her training regimen. Then there's the Johnson family in Wisconsin, who've turned their dairy farm into a local sports hub. They've installed a basketball court in one of their old barns, and during winter, it becomes a gathering place for the community to watch games together. They schedule their evening milking around major games, and their setup has become so popular that other farmers in the area coordinate their schedules to join in. In Minnesota, the Peterson family has taken technology integration to the next level. They've installed smart speakers throughout their milking parlor and barn areas, connected to their farm's Wi-Fi network. This allows them to listen to live game commentary while working, and their automated systems send alerts to their phones if any cows need attention during game time. The future of this farming sports balance looks even brighter. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and robotics are making farms more efficient than ever. Some farms are experimenting with drone technology for field monitoring, allowing farmers to check their crops remotely while attending sports events. Others are implementing virtual reality systems that let them monitor their herds from anywhere. Imagine checking on your cows during halftime.
The connection between dairy farming and sports goes even deeper than time management. Many dairy organizations have become major sponsors of sports events, from local youth leagues to professional teams. The Got Milk campaign has featured countless athletes, highlighting the nutritional benefits of dairy products for sports performance. Speaking of nutrition, let's talk about the fascinating parallel between dairy cows and athletes. Both need carefully balanced diets, proper rest, and peak conditioning. Jordan Mazur, a sports dietitian for a professional football team, points out that milk's nutrient profile makes it an ideal recovery drink for athletes, something our dairy farmers have known for generations. Looking to the future, we're seeing even more exciting developments. Automated systems are becoming more sophisticated, management practices more efficient, and farmers are finding innovative ways to balance their responsibilities with their passion for sports. Some farms are even exploring partnerships with sports organizations to create unique agritourism experiences, combining farm tours with sports events. The community aspect of this connection can't be overlooked either. Many farms host youth sports teams for tours and educational programs, teaching young athletes about the connection between good nutrition and athletic performance. These visits often include demonstrations of modern farming technology, showing how innovation helps maintain this crucial work-life balance.
As we wrap up this episode, let's remember that our dairy farmers are the ultimate team players. They're up before dawn, working through the day, and still finding time to cheer on their favorite teams. They're proving that with determination, creativity, and a little help from modern technology, you can have the best of both worlds, a thriving farm and a passionate sports life.
That's all we have for today's episode of the Bullvine Podcast. Next time you're enjoying a cold glass of milk during the big game, remember the dedicated farmers who made it possible. Until next time, keep farming, keep cheering, and keep living your best life.
Thank you for tuning in to the Bullvine Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's insightful discussion. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Catch you next time on the Bullvine Podcast, where bovine expertise and community come together.